In the vibrant hip-hop scene of the early 1990s, two iconic figures emerged, Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. Their stories intertwined through a series of events that shaped the course of hip-hop history. It all began in 1993 when Tupac heard Biggie's groundbreaking song, Party and Bullshit.
Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13, a chubby nigga on the scene.
Tupac loved it, and despite his many legal troubles, a unique friendship blossomed between the two artists. Hey, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button for me? And if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my spicy content. Now let's get back to the video. Meanwhile, Sean Diddy Combs, also inspired by Biggie's Party and Bullshit song and overall talent, sought to sign him as Bad Boy's first artist and produce his album through Uptown. However, a twist of fate saw Diddy ousted from Uptown by Andre Harrell, who retained control of Biggie's beats. Determined, Diddy struck a deal with Clive Davis at Arista, securing a $1.5 million advance and complete control over all creative projects. Using the cash, Puffy managed to reclaim Biggie's beats from Andre Harrell, allowing the artist to finish his album. However, this left Biggie in debt to Diddy. In the meantime, Biggie is broke and trying everything in his power not to go back to the only skill he had, selling Coca-Cola. During this time, his friendship with Tupac continued growing, with the I Get Around rapper letting Biggie sleep on his couch because he was dead broke. December 1994 brought a pivotal moment. Tupac was shot at a New York recording studio with Biggie and Diddy present upstairs. Tupac blamed them both for the shooting. Days later, he was convicted of a crime, leading to his imprisonment in February 1995. By May 1995, a judge ruled that Tupac could be released on bond while awaiting an appeal. In August of the same year, Suge Knight delivered an infamous speech at the Source Awards.
Like to tell Tupac to keep his guards up, we ride with him.
Where he called out Puffy and Jermaine Dupri for dancing all in the videos of their artists.
And one other thing I'd like to say, any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row.
He boldly challenged their artists to leave them and join Death Row Records. What those of us outside the business didn't know is that Tupac was already signed to Death Row. The tension escalated in September 1995 when Suge Knight's close associate, Big Jake Robles, was at Jermaine Dupri's birthday party in Atlanta and was taken out by Puffy's bodyguard. The aftermath of this incident added fuel to the already intense rivalry between Death Row and Bad Boy Entertainment. By October 1995, just a month later, Tupac was freed on bond, with Suge Knight and Death Row Records playing a significant role in his release. Was Interscope involved? The story took a tragic turn less than 1 year later, in September 1996, when Tupac was fatally shot in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Because I want to know, not only why was Tupac set free out in Vegas that night, but allegedly also his killer.
The following year, about 6 months later, in March 1997, the hip-hop world mourned once again as the Notorious B.I.G. was taken in Los Angeles, California. In 1998, the following year, Puffy approached Clive Davis and Arista for more money and reportedly received a $55 million advance against future earnings. He also embarked upon yet another sideline, marketing a line of clothing for men ages 12 to 40 that featured underwear, pants, shirts, sweater vests, and hats. Prices ranged from $22 to $35 for t-shirts and hats, and from $65 to $90 for pants. Diddy oversaw a staff of 6 designers who created the clothing, and a separate company, Sean John Incorporated, was formed to run the operation. His total earnings for 1998 were estimated by Forbes at $53.5 million. However, Bad Boy only generated around $30 million in 1999, which means he couldn't pay back the $55 million advance that he owed Arista and Clive Davis. Amidst the glitz and glamour, the friendship between Tupac and Biggie faced turbulent times. The infamous shooting in 1994 strained their bond, with Tupac pointing fingers at Biggie and Puffy. The question lingers: was it betrayal, or were they caught in the crossfire of a chaotic era? Enter Suge Knight, a central figure in this saga. His infamous speech at the Source Awards and his influence on Tupac's release on bond added another layer to the complex narrative. Tensions escalated when Tupac accused Biggie and Diddy of setting him up. The rift deepened further as Tupac believed that Biggie's allegiance to Bad Boy played a role. The complex connections among Puff Daddy, Suge Knight, Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls, Uptown, Bad Boy, Arista, Interscope, and Death Row unveil the elaborate darkness and harsh realities of the music industry. It's an atonal tale woven with loyalty and disloyalty, ambition and rivalry, and the shadows and secrets that define the 1990s hip-hop era.